Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for Living Local, your lifestyle show for all things Charleston and beyond. I'm your host, Ashley Meservey. It's Medical Monday here at East Cooper Medical Center, and today we're discussing natural birth options, a topic that could help a mom-to-be decide which plan best meets her needs and those of her unborn child.
Medical Monday, sponsored by East Cooper Medical Center.
Joining us today, Dee Byen. She's back. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right, so today we are talking about natural birth options, right?
Yes,
okay,
we are.
So let's just go ahead and break that down. What is a natural, I know what a natural birth is, but
There's
how does this
options that women can have when they come in to deliver a baby. I think a lot of people look at hospital as being where there's a lot of medical interventions that take place when they're trying to have a baby. So we wanted to make sure that everyone knows that they always have the option for natural childbirth options. That could be doing aromatherapy, light therapy, using a TENS unit instead of having pain medication, or even using balls to sit on and bounce on to kind of help relieve the pain.
So are y'all doing like pulls too? I've seen that on television, and it's
we can use, we do it's called hydrotherapy, and they can sit and labor in the water because being in the water helps to relieve a lot of the pain that they're experiencing with the contractions.
So most people think though that you do that with like a midwife or something at home, and so you're trying to educate people that they can still have more options.
Yes.
And so do people, what's the response to that? Do most people, are they happy that they did the natural birth?
There are a lot of people that are happy when they do that because I think that's a trend that's really coming back into light. They want to have more control. They don't want a lot of medical interventions, so they choose options like intermittent fetal monitoring, where you're only periodically monitoring the baby because they don't want to be tied down to a fetal monitor for a long period of time. Or we can do the lightweight Novi, which is a telemetry type fetal heart monitoring device, and they can walk around with that on, and it's very, very nice for them. So just making sure that they know that those options are there and they have the right to choose what they want.
Okay, so the options there, but let's say you're committed to natural birth, and then all of a sudden you're like,
you change your mind?
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you have to educate them on that moment that they can't?
We try to make sure, no, they can turn back at any point.
Really?
If they choose that they want intervention, we honor their wishes. And so those are things that they really need to talk to their doctor about, because their doctor can educate them on what they want for their labor and the alternatives, but they want to have a very informed decision as to what's going to take place.
So they can turn back while they're in labor?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they can change their
Look
mind.
at all these developments.
Yeah. We have some great things now that we're doing to eliminate a lot of the need for pain medication. So the TENS unit is one of those, because it is a little electrical stimulation device that you can put on your lower back. Very good also for women who have back labor, and so that can prevent them from having to have pain medication so soon in the labor portion of it. So those are some really wonderful options. We're also looking at ways that we can do IV starts that are less painful, but we don't have to use a lidocaine medication that stings to do that. It's a little a device that puts cooling and vibration on the nerve process so that they can start the IV without a lot of pain.
So are your physicians having to kind of evolve, and this is part of like learning these different techniques?
This has been around for a long time, but I think there's always been that stigma that if you go to a hospital, you're going to have a lot of interventions. That's not always the case. We can honor what families want that are low intervention, or we can do interventions, but we want to educate them very well on that. So they just need to know what they want. I'd say, research good websites that give you good information, or talk to your doctor and they can provide you with some of the options that we can provide in the hospital.
And so how far in advance do you need to know this plan? Have this plan in mind?
I think it's really good to have, like, at least when you're in your 24th to your term date, to kind of know and at least have that conversation with your doctor. Even when they come into the hospital, we can have those discussions with them at the facility, just so we're aware of what they're choosing.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell, moms-to-be or anything else to think about as far as when they come to East Cooper, what they should expect when it comes to all their options? I mean, I'm sure there's a ton of endless options.
We do go over lots and lots of options with them. We keep them well informed as far as what's happening, so that they can make the best informed decision that they can for their baby. And I think it's really good to know that we're continuing to evolve and lots of options that are out there for our families, even looking at virtual reality for pain relief. So those are things that we hope to be bringing in very, very soon.
Well, Dee, you always educate me so much, and I appreciate it. And as always, you can go online for more information at eastcoopermedctr.com.